to our channel. Today, we will discuss the lost history of Italian explorer Christopher Columbus, who was born in Genoa, Italy, around 1451. In an era when most people believed the Earth was flat, Columbus hypothesized that the Earth was round and much smaller than it actually is. It is well known that Christopher Columbus was credited with discovering America. But there is much to his story that is often overlooked. Here are some interesting facts about Christopher Columbus. In 1492, after several attempts to secure financial support, Christopher Columbus received backing from the Spanish monarchy, Queen Isabella I, and King Ferdinand II. He embarked on his famous voyage with 3 ships, the Santa Maria, the Pinta, and the Niña. On October 12, 1492, he believed he had reached the eastern coast of Asia. However, it was the island on what we called today the Bahamas. Columbus made additional voyages to the Caribbean and explored various islands, including present-day Cuba and Hispaniola, now called Haiti and the Dominican Republic. During these expeditions, Columbus encountered indigenous peoples, whom he referred to as Indians due to his mistaken belief that he had reached India or Asia. North America was already inhabited by indigenous people who had lived there for thousands of years, long before Columbus and his ships landed on American soil sometime in 1492. One group of indigenous people who had inhabited North America was named the Taino tribe. The Taino tribe was an indigenous people who inhabited the Caribbean islands, including present-day Cuba, Puerto Rico, Hispaniola, shared by Haiti and the Dominican Republic, Jamaica, and the Bahamas. They were one of the major indigenous groups encountered by Christopher Columbus during his first voyage to the Americas. The Taino People's Society was organized into chiefdoms, and their economy was primarily based on agriculture. Unfortunately, following the arrival of European colonizers, the Taino population was significantly impacted by disease, forced labor, and warfare. The introduction of new diseases to which they had no immunity led to devastating epidemics, causing a rapid decline in their population. Additionally, the Spanish colonization forced indigenous people into labor and exploited their resources, leading to further depopulation and the disruption of traditional Taino society. Christopher Columbus's encounters with the Taino tribe were marked by a range of behaviors. While Columbus initially described the natives he encountered as generous and friendly, he later engaged in forced labor, enslavement, and violence. Columbus engaged in activities that can be characterized as theft in the pursuit of personal gain and the interests of the Spanish crown. Columbus's expeditions had far-reaching impacts, including European colonization, the transatlantic slave trade, and the exchange of goods and ideas between the Old World and the New World. However, his actions and their consequences are subject to criticism and debate. The celebration of Columbus as a heroic figure has been challenged, and there are calls for a more critical examination of his legacy and the broader history of colonization. It is important that a crucial approach to topics of Christopher Columbus be considered with respect for indigenous perspectives. The world needs to work towards a more equitable and inclusive historical narrative that acknowledges the rich and diverse heritage of indigenous people and their rights to the land called America.